Metaphors, taller Himalayas pouring on my soul. Climbing up the mountain, if I fall, here I go. Might explode like Vesuvius, not new to this. Been doing this since I was 6. Rapping DMX with my auntie in the whip.
Welcome back to the beautiful Oaks Country Club in Tulsa, Oklahoma. This is the Mid-Handicapper and the really, really good golfer.
Sorry it's been so long since our last video. Kyle's been spending more time on the water with his kiteboard than he has playing golf. Today we're going to go over chipping and pitching.
Or as the Mid-Handicapper refers to it, chunking and blading.
So we're going to go over 3 things today. We're going to go over the pitch shot, we're going to go over the chip shot, and we're going to go over the bump and run. So let's don't waste any time. Let's get started.
I'm looking forward to that bump and run.
Yeah. So like first we're going to attack that bump and run shot. So when it comes to the bump and run, you're going to want to probably pick something with a little bit less loft. I prefer to use my gap wedge. A lot of guys will use an 8-iron, 7-iron, something that really gets running. Something to keep in mind on this, with a 9-iron, the ball is going to release and run 75% of the way. So you're going to want to land it 25% of the way to the hole. It's very important on this shot to try to really focus on a spot on the green to try to land your ball. So with the bump and run, what you're going to want to do with from the technical standpoint, is you're going to set up to it very similar to a putt. Because we're going to get this thing on the green and get it running and roll into the hole. So you would read it just like you would a putt. So you're going to set up with your stance a little narrow, a little bit of weight on your left side, but not too much. Stand up just a little bit taller with our chest. Get our hands a little further forward. And then we're going to keep the club really low to the ground. We're just going to get the ball on the ground and running. I'm going to try to land this about where that leaf is, because that's, for this club, that's about the distance that I would want to land it. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so maybe not too bad. Stance is going to be a little more narrow. We're going to stand up a little taller with our chest. We're going to think about it being like a putt. We're going to keep our club low to the ground. So now we're here with Kyle. We're going to take him through the things that I just talked to you guys about. So Kyle, we're going to go ahead and set up. So we've been working with this, with him. We get his stance a little more narrow. Stand a little taller with his chest. He's got his hands forward. His setup looks really good. And then we're just going to try to put a putting stroke on this and get that ball rolling and just kind of skip into the hole. Go ahead and hit one. Oh, lipped out. That actually wasn't terrible. That wasn't a blade or a chunk, so we're improving. So now that we've attacked the bump and run, we're going to move our way here a little bit further off the green to a little chip shot. So what we're going to work on here, it's very similar as far as the thought process. We're going to have a very narrow stance. We're going to have just a normal setup like you would for your normal shot. I like to choke down a little bit because we're going to have to swing the club a little shorter, and we're going to make sure that the club goes back just in line with the ball, kind of down a straight line. What we don't want to do, we don't really want to roll our hands. So we're going to put a little more weight on our left side. We got our stance narrow. Do that, and then we're just going to brush the grass. We're not going to take a very big divot. So now we're here with Kyle. We're going to have him hop in and hit one of these shots for us. So we're going to go over the same stuff I just went over with you guys.
Before we get started with this, I would say I hit this shot fat all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me why that happens? Why that occurs a lot with me?
Because you decelerate.
Okay.
And what that means is he takes the club back a little bit too far, and then he slows down on the way through, and he hits it a little bit fat. But we want our swing to be a little shorter on these and more compact.
Okay.
So our swing gets a little too long, which causes us to decelerate and then hit that shot that goes a little bit fast. So our stance is going to be narrow, normal setup. Yep, we're going to choke down. Remember, when we go back, the club's going to stay in line there. We're not going to let it roll through. Okay. And just try and shorten our swing, like we talked about.
Okay.
So now that we've talked about the bump and run and the chip shot, we've moved a little bit further away from the hole now, and we're going to talk about the pitch shot. So in the pitch shot, it is going to be very similar to just our full swing. It's going to be a little shorter. But one thing that we're going to have to do is we're going to have to keep our lower body really still. So a common mistake on this shot is for the right foot to come up and for us to raise up our spine and hit it a little bit thin for the mid-handicapper, and we send that shot that is the dreaded blade shot.
I think this is the shot that I've perfected.
You're really good at it.
The blade shot is really what I have difficulty with in the pitch shot because of what he just described.
And so what we want to do is we want to keep our feet really quiet. We're just going to try to brush the grass. We're just going to go from waist to waist on this shot because we're only about 30 yards away. So we set up to it normal. Our feet are going to be really quiet. We're going to keep our right foot down.
And that's really good. I think I'd like to give it a try.
You want to give one a try?
I think I would.
So a normal setup. Choke down just a tiny bit. Okay. And we're going to keep our lower body really still. We're going to make sure and keep for you, it's your left foot. We're going to keep it real quiet.
Okay.
That might be the best shot he's ever hit, folks.
My entire life. Just to recap, beginning with the bump and run, you're going to set yourself up as if you were about to putt. You're going to read it just like you would a putt. Keep a very narrow stance and keep a little bit more weight on the front side. Make sure you have a pretty good posture and put a little forward lean with your hands on the shaft. Keep your club low to the ground, and all you're going to do is just brush the grass and use a putting stroke. On the chip shot, again, you're going to narrow your stance, keep a little more weight on your front side, and choke down on the club a little. You're going to bring the club back in line with the ball. Make sure you don't roll your hands on the takeaway. And then again, just brush the grass. The things that I really have to concentrate on with the chip shot is to make sure that I don't decelerate the club. That means that I don't have to make such a large backswing. It needs to stay very compact and not go back too far. The pitch shot, you're going to set up similar to an actual normal shot, keeping your lower body very, very still. Make sure to keep that back foot down and put a little more front foot pressure. This shot's 30 to 40 yard shot, so you're really just going to go waist to waist on your swing and choke down a little on the club. Tyler, thanks again for coming out today. Give me some instruction over the chip, over the pitch, and honestly, I don't see nothing wrong with a little bit of bump and run.
I really appreciate you letting me come out. Don't forget to...
You're actually a member here as well.
Well, it's a Monday, so.
Okay.
Please click subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. That's what allows us to keep putting out these videos. And please join us next time, and we're going to go over the lag putting. So see you guys next time.
On the Mid-Handicapper
and the really, really good golfer.